Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, and this is your Cannabis Business Podcast. Recently, we were in Portland for the Cannabis Science Conference, where we got to interview some folks. So without further ado.
All right, okay, now you know we get lucky sometimes. We're hanging out, we're at the show, when who do we see, what do we see? Your name for the record, sir.
Jonah Tacoma from Dabstars.
Wait a minute, wait. What are you doing? You're so busy these days. How do you even make time to come to something like this?
You know what? At heart, I'm kind of a weed scientist. I grew up just with that kind of intuition, always wanting to explore and check things out. And watching this industry take a turn and seeing all this new feedback and all the benefits that this is having is pretty cool. So we're here to check it out, and we're excited.
I dig it. You know, this is the thing. You are a leader, right? And so to see you here at a show that I would consider, I've seen some neat technology on the floor. I've seen some smart, nice people. So I guess it would make sense that you're here, wouldn't it?
You know, Portland's always had an amazing scene. The community's really embraced cannabis here, and the things that go on here are really progressive. So this is cutting edge, and we're stoked. We're going to be at the Northwest Cannabis Club tonight, and we're going to have a little party. Hoping to see you there.
I love that. Well, okay. So now we're talking, we're having some fun. One of the things that's going on these days, right, is we're checking in on trends and motion and forces. What's Dabstar doing these days? What are you doing these days?
Honestly, our eyes are really on the horizon, looking at all these new states opening up and kind of strategizing and figuring out how we're going to open up this new territory and still stay within these federal laws. So we're hoping the new election shows us a change in the federal scheduling.
Yeah.
And then maybe one day Dabstars can be operating out of one state instead of 7.
Right. Okay, 2 big questions. First, okay, Josh Crosney and this whole effort. Every time I talk to one of his vendors, they're like, this thing's organized, it runs clean, all of that stuff. What do you know about the people pulling the strings on this one?
You know what? Jeremy, our CEO, kind of put this on my radar, and so I don't know a lot about the event. This will be my first time attending, but from what I see, it's well-faced.
Right. It runs like a machine, right? I like that. So, okay. So last big question for you. So we report to people moving 7 and 8 figures around, right? So if I'm moving 7 or 8 figures around, why do I care about Dabstar?
I think the reality of the new market is that brand is everything. And so many people deprioritized brand and thought that they were just going to come out here and sell cannabis and it was going to be very easy. The reality is this thing's going to pare down to very few brands. Yeah. And the ones that have really established consumer credibility are going to be the ones that stand out. So as Dabstars, we have millions of followers and we prioritize that in building the brand over actual monetization. And I think that was our biggest charm there.
And let's face it, you know the know. You are a brilliant cat. So, okay. So it is the Talking Hedge, your cannabis business podcast. Your name again for the record, sir?
Jonah Tacoma from Dabstars. Appreciate it. You can find us at Dabstars on Facebook and Dabstars 2.0 on Instagram.
Oh, beautiful.
We got deleted at 100,000. We rebuilt. We're over 250,000 now on Insta.
I love that. Well, so thank you for the time, brother.
Thank you, brother.
One more. Bye-bye.
And with that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is the Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Or don't. And I'm out.